Good morning, Willow students and families. A lot has changed since our last meeting. I hope you enjoyed your stay-at-home spring breaks and that you're all enjoying the time together as a family. Though it's really sad that we don't get to be together in person, it is so nice for us to have this opportunity to come together as a community and share in our morning gathering, and we'll be doing this daily, so it'll be great to see each other at least in this way. So our virtue this month is actually, and actually before we get into our presentation, I do want to start off with us all doing some calming breathing together as we've done when we're in person. Mrs. M shared this great resource with us and is a video you can find right on YouTube. And so you'll see visually, it's going to prompt you when to inhale and when to exhale. So I'm going to run the video and let's all follow along and take some deep breaths together. So Ms. Carey has been doing a great campaign for us where we've been talking about virtues in action. Our virtue this month is actually joy and wonder, but I wanted to chat about a couple of other virtues today as I'm leading morning gathering. And the two virtues that I wanted to focus on are charity and compassion. Charity means being generous with your presence, time, and money. And compassion is a way of thinking and being that results in a spontaneous readiness to act for the benefit of others. And in uncertain times, and when things can be kind of scary and we're worried, focusing on solutions and helping others can be such a positive way to feel like we're making an impact in our communities and focused on what's most important. And so I wanted to share some ways that our Willow faculty and students are helping in their communities during this pandemic and staying focused on the positive. So the first example is actually sewing surgical masks. As a lot of you have probably heard, we've had a shortage in this country for healthcare professionals to have access to surgical masks, which is something that they need to stay healthy as they're treating different folks and helping them get better. And so you see a picture there of Andromeda, who's one of our fifth graders, and she has actually been sewing masks that can be donated to either individuals to protect themselves when they're going out so that they don't get sick, or to share with our healthcare providers who desperately need them. And there you'll actually see a link for an organization called We Need Masks that can pair you up with different healthcare organizations across the United States that are in need of these types of masks. And they're looking for donations if you happen to have a stockpile of the traditional surgical masks, or if you're making your own, they would like donations of both. So a great way to support where there's a huge need. Miss Carey has taken it upon herself to volunteer for an organization called Meals on Wheels. And Meals on Wheels provides daily meals for senior citizens. And these are folks that right now are being guided to take the most precautions in terms of staying home. So this is a great way to make sure that they have the food that they need to stay healthy, and that they're not compelled to have to leave their homes. So kudos to Miss Carey for doing that. And she's doing that every day during the week to help elderly folks in our communities have the food that they need. Another way that we're supporting elders as a community is our second grade class is going to be writing letters. They have some buddies that they've been working with over the years at Fellowship Village. And so they're actually going to be writing letters so that they can stay connected socially and have some social engagement when they're, again, being asked to social distance. Our 8th graders are doing a whole campaign about ways that they're staying engaged and creative at home. So 2 examples that we've already shared with you guys. Elise shared a way that she's doing some really fun doodles at home to stay busy and creative. And Diana showed us how she's making bracelets at home. So it's really nice to have a variety of different activities that we can use to stay creative and stay engaged at home that don't require us to be on technology. So thank you to the 8th graders for doing that. And we'll be sharing more of those as the students produce those. Also, something else that we shared was that Cole, one of our 1st graders, whose parents have a yoga studio, showed us some of the yoga that he's been doing at home. This was such a great thing to be able to share, especially last week where we had a couple of rainy days. It can be really hard to stay active and physical, particularly when it's raining. So we really loved that he was willing to share that. And it was a particular inspiration for my family. I did the yoga poses that Cole shared with my daughter, and we have since been doing yoga every day because we were so inspired by Cole doing that for us and sharing that video with us. So one thing for you to think about is how can you help in your community? And so the most important thing is to find something that you're passionate about and then pair that with a need. Again, this is such an important time to share those virtues of charity and compassion and find a way that you can bring some good to your communities in a time where we're all facing some unique challenges. So take some time to reflect on that and think about what positive impact you might want to make. And now, as we always do, we will end with a song that I know is really special to all of us, the Tree Song. So I'll turn it over to Ms. Lefferts.
Here we go.
Thank you all for joining us this morning and have a wonderful day.